They say that if explosives are sealed in concrete, their destructive power is significantly reduced. In fact, there's a scene in a movie where terrorists park a van loaded with 38 kilograms of explosives in a crowded city center. To suppress the blast, the protagonist pours 14 tons of concrete into the van. When the bomb finally goes off, there's surprisingly no visible damage to the surrounding area. But can concrete really dampen the power of an explosion? To find out, Adam brought his newly purchased van to the test site. The plan? To run a side-by-side experiment comparing the blast force of the same amount of explosives inside an empty van versus one filled with concrete. The experiment was divided into two phases. First up, the empty van. Adam arranged police cars around the blast zone to recreate the movie scene, while Jamie placed 38 kilograms of explosives in the back of the van. To measure the blast's impact, they used two key methods. First, they tested the shrapnel effect. Wooden dummy targets were set in a circle 30 feet away from the vehicle. The more shrapnel they took, the more powerful the blast. Second, they measured shockwave pressure. Since most of an explosion's energy travels as a shockwave, they placed pressure sensors at varying distances to record how powerful the blast actually was. Once everything was in place, they retreated to the blast shelter and hit the detonator. Boom! The explosion was so intense it made both of them flinch. The van was instantly obliterated, reduced to dust. Every dummy around the site was shredded. None survived. Even a pressure sensor located 250 feet away was completely destroyed. The blast radius stretched out to an astonishing 673 feet. It was far more powerful than either of them had expected. Now the real question is, what happens when you fill the van with 14 tons of concrete?